Alright, hi, I'm Nick, and I will be defending our claim that the third strike must be revised, or so that the third strike law should be revised so that the third strike is a violent offense. Justin, in his speech before mine, challenged all three of our points. He challenged the fact that prisons have been overpopulated since the origination of the three strikes law, that we pay more taxes because of the law, and that the Eighth Amendment, he said the Eighth Amendment is not violated and has been proven constitutional by the Supreme Court. First, I would like to go into a little more detail about the Leandro Andrade incident. Basically, what happened was Leandro Andrade was arrested for shoplifting $84 worth of children's videos from a Kmart in Ontario. 2 weeks later, he was arrested again for a similar crime in Montclair, California. On March 21st, 1996, just 2 years after the three strikes law had been implemented, Andrade was convicted of petty theft. As first offenses, these crimes are misdemeanors with a sentence under California law of a fine or up to 6 months in prison. However, because Andrade was convicted in 1983 on 2 counts of burglary and had a prior conviction for petty theft, his shoplifting was prosecuted as a felony. After his conviction, he was sentenced under California's three strikes mandatory sentencing law to 50 years to life in prison with no possibility of parole. Andrade appealed his sentence, arguing that its length violated the Eighth Amendment's prohibition of cruel and unusual punishment. There are many stories like these found because of the three strikes law, and many innocent people can be taken out of prison if the three strikes law is revised. So that the third strike must be a violent offense. If you don't know, the current law of the three strikes, the current writing of the three strikes law states that if a person is convicted of any felony and he has 2 or more strike priors, he must be sentenced to at least 25 years to life in prison. Also, for the second law, if a person is convicted of any new felony and he has 1 strike prior, the sentence is doubled. So that is one reason why the Eighth Amendment qualification is a valid argument. Also, in regards to cost, Justin challenged that the three strikes law does in fact not save money. However, it is estimated to cost about $26,500 to house a three striker in a maximum security prison. This is taken from a website called Facts One. Also, three strikes laws are associated with increased costs related to increased prison populations, including healthcare costs and capital spending. It is estimated that the costs associated with incarcerating older individuals is between 2 and 3 times the cost of incarcerating a person below the age of 50. And these problems lead to higher taxes that we have to pay for as taxpayers. And that's according to Albert Icaria, who's a PhD at Hartford Business Journal. Also, State Auditor Elaine Howell noted that the 2 issues, the costs of three strikes and medical care, coincide because the older the inmate, the more the state is likely to spend on medical care. Specialty health care for inmates over 60 averaged $42,000 a year. Howell determined that specialty health care provided to inmates incarcerated under the three strikes law costs 13% more than for inmates who were not sentenced under that law. With regards to the overpopulation of prisons, taken from Laura Gatlin, who writes for the ABA Journal, a review of 12,600 2- and 3-strike cases in Los Angeles revealed that they were 3 times more likely to go to trial than felonies that aren't considered strikes. 3 strikes cases linger in the courts 41% longer than non-strike cases. This study was done approximately 2 years after the inception of the three strikes law. And basically what it's saying is that when a three strikes case is taken to court, the option for plea bargaining kind of goes out the window because criminals who are convicted of second or third strikes are not going to opt out for that longer sentencing, and they're going to fight their case as hard as they can. This also leads to cost issues and just longer trials in general. Also, many of the defendants sent to jail under the three strikes laws are nonviolent repeat offenders. The original intent of the law was to stop violent criminals, but the result has been that criminals with a history of minor offenses, such as petty theft or drug dealing, are being sent away for longer terms than criminals who commit violent acts. The prison population has grown so much that most are already filled beyond capacity, and more prisons need to be built. This is according to Jenny Murphy, who is involved in politics, activism, political issues, government, and elections. Few releases of prisoners would be necessary to reduce the prison population if the state carried out sentencing and parole reforms, which would save approximately $903 million a year, according to federal judges, who also argue that such reforms could be achieved without jeopardizing public safety. Now, Justin challenged all three of our points: the overpopulation of prisons, higher taxes, and the Eighth Amendment not being violated. He said that crime has been reduced in states, or he says that the three strikes is the biggest reason why crime has been reduced in California. However, crime has been reduced in states that have not implemented the three strikes law as well. He said that repeat offenders save taxpayers money. However, when the trials last longer and we have to pay more for the trials to go to completion, that kind of balances that point out.